Stef Diggs goes nuts, Cardi exposed in 50 Cent Netflix Diddy doc, it's over. Nobody, and I mean nobody, saw this coming. What was supposed to be just another explosive Netflix documentary turned into a career-shaking, relationship-destroying, internet-breaking nightmare for Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. And at the center of it all, backhand index pointing right 50 Cent. Backhand index pointing right, a surprise Diddy documentary. Backhand index pointing right, one unreleased clip that changed everything. Fire, the documentary drops, and all hell breaks loose. Netflix had been teasing the project for weeks. Power, Fame, Secrets, The Diddy Files, executive produced by 50 Cent, who promised to tell the truth nobody wanted told. Fans expected industry politics. Some expected old beef. Others expected messy Hollywood drama. But no one expected Cardi B's name to flash across the screen. The moment it did, social media froze. Flushed-faced the clip that shocked everyone. Midway through episode 3, a never-before-seen studio clip plays. Dim lights. Industry insiders talking freely. Names being dropped casually. Then suddenly, certain female rappers were protected early on. Deals were made. Silence was bought. The camera cuts. And the subtitle reads, "Former Associate, 2016. Then the bomb drops. A blurred figure mentions Cardi B, hinting at industry favors, private meetings, and connections tied to Diddy's inner circle before her breakout success. No proof. No confirmation. But just enough implication to send the internet into absolute chaos. Mobile phone internet explodes, Cardi exposed. Twitter, X, went nuclear. 50 Cent just ended someone's career. Why Cardi name in a Diddy doc? This explains everything. Stef Diggs better run. TikTok detectives worked overtime. Old clips resurfaced. Lyrics were reanalyzed. Interviews replayed in slow motion. Within 30 minutes, Cardi B was trending #1 worldwide. Collision, Stef Diggs loses it behind the scenes. Sources close to Stefon Diggs say he was watching the documentary live. At first, confused. Then, silent. Then, fire, absolute rage. Phones were smashed. TV reportedly shut off mid-episode. Friends had to calm him down. Why? Because according to insiders, Cardi never warned him. No heads up. No explanation. No, this might come up. Just surprise. Pouting face, you let me walk. Blind into this? Behind closed doors, things got ugly. Stef reportedly demanded answers. Is this true? Why didn't you tell me? What else don't I know? Cardi, caught completely off guard, allegedly broke down. She insisted. The doc was twisting narratives. Her name was being used for clout. She was being dragged into old industry beef. But for Stef, the damage was already done. Trust was cracked. Microphone 50 Cent's icy response makes it worse. When asked about the backlash, 50 Cent posted a cryptic Instagram caption. If the shoe don't fit, why you mad? Eyes popcorn. No names. No explanations. Just chaos. Fans immediately took it as confirmation. Broken heart, Cardi goes silent, Stef unfollows. Then came the signs fans dread. Cardi stops posting for 24 hours. Stef Diggs allegedly unfollows key Cardi fan pages. Subtle quote reposted by Stef. Peace costs too much when trust is gone. That was it. The internet declared. Stop sign, it's over. Crying face, Cardi's emotional breaking point. According to fictional insiders, Cardi was devastated. Not just by the documentary, but by Stef's reaction. She felt blindsided by Netflix. Used as a storyline. Abandoned when she needed support most. Tears. Late night calls unanswered. Messages left unread. For the first time, Cardi couldn't control the narrative. Stef Diggs' final straw. For Stef, the issue wasn't the past. It was the silence. He reportedly told close friends, "I can't build a future if I'm still discovering the past." That line alone broke fans' hearts. Firecracker, what happens next? Will Cardi speak out? Will Netflix edit the episode? Will 50 Cent double down? Or is this relationship done for good? One thing is certain. Fire, this documentary didn't just expose secrets, it shattered trust. Fire, and some relationships don't survive public doubt. Speech balloon, final word. In this fictional universe, fame giveth, and fame destroys. And when love meets uncontrolled narratives, receipts, and industry power plays, sometimes it's really over. Disclaimer: the following story is a fictional entertainment piece created for dramatic storytelling purposes only. It is not factual, not a news report, and should not be taken as real events. Stef Diggs goes nuts. Cardi B exposed in 50 Cent's Netflix Diddy doc. It's over. Nobody, and I mean nobody, saw this coming. What was supposed to be just another explosive Netflix documentary turned into a relationship-ending nuclear bomb that sent shockwaves through Hollywood, the music industry, the NFL world, and social media all at once. When 50 Cent's highly anticipated Netflix documentary centered around the Diddy empire finally dropped, fans expected chaos, secrets, power plays, and jaw-dropping revelations. What they did not expect was Cardi B's name suddenly entering the conversation, and Stef Diggs completely losing it behind the scenes. By the time the credits rolled, one thing was clear. Backhand index pointing right. This changed everything. Backhand index pointing right, and Stef Diggs was not prepared. The moment that shattered it all. Late at night, alone in his living room, Stef Diggs sat frozen, remote in hand, watching the documentary unfold. At first, it was normal. Industry politics. Old beefs. Behind-the-scenes stories. Then came that segment. A blurred silhouette. A distorted voice. Photos flashing across the screen. Names implied, not stated. And then. Collision, a familiar laugh. Collision, a recognizable voice pattern. Collision, footage from years ago that fans had never noticed before. Social media noticed immediately. Wait, is that Cardi? Why is her name even being hinted at? Why does this feel intentional? Stef Diggs' heart started pounding. His phone exploded. Stef Diggs loses control. Insiders say Diggs snapped. Not angry tweeting. Not subtle shade. We're talking full emotional meltdown. He reportedly threw his phone, paced the room, replayed the scene again and again, each time growing more furious, more confused, more hurt. Why is her name even near this? Why am I finding out like this? Why now? Friends say Stef felt ambushed. Not just by the documentary, but by Cardi's silence. Cardi B goes quiet. Too quiet. Here's where things got really scary. Cardi B, queen of clapping back, responding instantly, owning the narrative. Said nothing. No tweet. No IG story. No rant. No denial. Just silence. Fans knew instantly. Police car light, this wasn't normal. Police car light, this wasn't confidence. Police car light, this was damage control. The internet began connecting dots, old interviews, past party clips, industry relationships that suddenly looked very different in hindsight. Again, nothing proven, but perception is everything. And perception was devastating. The phone call that ended it. According to sources close to both camps, Stef Diggs finally called Cardi late that night. The call was long. The tone was heated. Voices were raised. At one point, Diggs allegedly said, "I can't protect you from something I don't understand." That sentence reportedly broke Cardi down. She didn't yell. She didn't argue. She cried. And that silence on her end, it said more than any explanation ever could. 50 Cent's shadow looms large. Here's the part fans can't ignore. 50 Cent doesn't move accidentally. If Cardi's name, or likeness, was even implied, it wasn't random. The timing. The editing. The placement. Everything felt calculated. Fans believe the doc wasn't trying to destroy Cardi directly, but to expose how deep the industry really goes. And unfortunately, Stefon Diggs got caught in the crossfire. Stef Diggs goes nuts, and the signs are everywhere. Within hours, Diggs unfollowed several industry figures, posted cryptic lyrics about betrayal, liked comments hinting at truth coming out, skipped public appearances. This wasn't PR. This was pain. People close to him say he felt embarrassed. He felt blindsided. He felt like the last one to know. Is it really over? Right now? Broken heart, they're distant. Broken heart communication is minimal. Broken heart trust is shattered. Whether Cardi is guilty of anything or not doesn't even matter anymore. What matters is this. Backhand index pointing right, Stef Diggs feels exposed. Backhand index pointing right, Cardi feels cornered. Backhand index pointing right, the relationship is bleeding out in public. And the internet? It smells blood. Final thought. This wasn't just a documentary moment. This was a relationship earthquake. One Netflix episode. One unexpected implication. One silence too loud to ignore. And now, Stef Diggs is spiraling. Cardi B is under fire. And nothing feels recoverable. Whether they survive this, or whether this was the final nail in the coffin, one thing is certain. Fire after that 50 Cent Netflix Diddy doc, nothing will ever be the same again. Fire. If you want, I can also turn this into part 2. Rewrite it with even more drama. Create viral YouTube titles. Or adapt it to match your exact channel style. Just say the word. Eyes fire.
도시가 보이곤 해. 그 도시에는 또 다른 내가 하늘에 떠가는 비행기를 올려다보고 있겠지. 난 하늘을 보고 쳐다보고 있겠지. 묘한 짜릿함 그 속에 머물다 보면 어느새 제주